Alright, welcome to your first Chrono Trigger speedrun. We're back at it, where we left off, ready to go in for Robo's side quests in the Genodome. So you come in here, you talk to the computer. If you turbo here, just make sure you don't keep turbo on, because this computer will go back on again. You have more dialogue to... So you can sit here and turbo forever, and if you're talking to chat or doing something, not realize that you don't have to be. And so we're going to go on this conveyor belt, and we're going to have Magus just do Ice 2 for all the fights. So the first fight, we're going to set it. And then from there, we can just turbo it out. That's all you do here. Pretty simple. If you aren't fast enough, you might get a couple, ray beams or whatever, but it's fine. Coming off here, there'll be some dialogue, so just be ready to turbo through it as you walk out. All right, first thing we're gonna do is go to the right. You're gonna ignore that guy. We're just going to save time by not taking this encounter, and you can completely just go around him. And we're going to go up the conveyor. Now the conveyor is going the other way, and so it takes a little bit to get up there. That's going to be good info for later. So we're going to open this thing up. This does nothing right now, but what we're going to be doing later is getting a charge from another cubby and trying to bring it up here to this cubby. I'll get to that in a minute. For now, we just opened that cubby so we can do that later. Then we're coming all the way to the left. We'll have another Ice 2 fight. And then a couple bits of dialogue here as well. Basically, Mother Brain is like talking to us. All right, another Ice 2 fight up here. And what do you know? There's another cubby right here. So we're going to open this cubby. We don't care about that chest. So what you see here, I'm just going to show you what's over here. So here's another cubby. There's no switch. And it opens this door. So we know we want to go in there. There's also some laser beams there. So you could potentially go to the laser beams and take out that fight now. But the cool swagger way to do it is, if you're fast enough, you can grab this electric charge, go up, fight this fight, and then we're coming up and we're hitting the right switch and the left switch. Coming back down and into the cubby, right as the electric charge goes away. So there's not much time there to play with. So if you're just learning, it's good to just come in here, take out the laser guards first, and then you would grab the charge and then hit the two switches. So we're coming here, grabbing the doll. Now after you get the doll, sometime later a speed capsule shows up in that same spot, but we're gonna keep it moving. We'll come back for that. So that's our first doll. We're gonna need 2 dolls. Just to point this out here. This guy is blocking us from the other doll. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a robot to come block him. But this is what we call the conveyor skip. See, we can't go over here. This little pillar is blocking us. So usually you would go up the elevator, do a couple fights, and then switch the conveyor to go the other way so we can kind of get up there fast enough. But the cool swagger speedrunner way to do this is, let's see if I can do it first try for this video. So coming around here, we're kind of keeping it tight around the corners. We're keeping it over here. I do like try to diagonal. Oof, no, I think I missed it. We bumped too much. Yeah, look at that. We lost it before we got there. So let's try again. Now for me as a beginner, like I could not get this for the longest time, so it is just possible to go fight the 2 fights and then turn the conveyor the other way, and then it's totally doable. So I like to go like diagonal up onto the conveyor, and as soon as it's there, get off, and then you're in. So there's a little bit of trick there. It's keeping it tight around these corners, but not too tight because you bump things too much. And then coming over here, I kind of try to diagonal up because the conveyor is going down. If you kind of try to diagonal up, but you don't want to bump. So if you bump over here, that's bad. And then as soon as you're like to a point where you can get off the conveyor, like it's like right here. Like see these posts are in the way. So as soon as you get past this post, get off the conveyor and then head over. Anyways, we're gonna grab the robot. These 2 chests are good. This is a turbo ether and a high ether. And then this guy's gonna follow us. So we're going high here. He's gonna come down here and we're gonna leave him here. So we can't go through that post, but he can. So anyways, we're gonna go through this way. If you try to bring him down here, he'll get scared by this encounter and run away, and you have to start over. So we're gonna come all the way back up here. Remember I mentioned that speed capsule. It should be available now. And then in the act of doing that, our friend came through the post over here. So we can't go through the post, but he can come through the post here. So the whole act of like going up to get the speed capsule kind of gets him set up for that. Kind of a neat little trick. So yeah, anyways, we're just bringing him over here. Gonna have him block this guy. Grab the doll. That is a vigilance hat. We don't need it on this run, so we just ignore it. You don't need to hit this cubby. You don't need to go in this door, but we are gonna go up here. This is the elevator. Okay, so here, if as a beginner, if you want to go change the conveyor the other way, so it's like a much easier skip, you can, yeah, I think I can just do this. You can go up here, and there's a fight here. There's a fight. Where is this fight? It's been so long. So there's a fight here, just like the others. And then you go up the elevator. This is gonna screw up the TP route, I think, but that's fine. And then you have to go over here, and here's the switch to switch the conveyor. And then from there, I think there's one more fight here. And then this laser here, and then we're back to the conveyor here. So at that point, you could do the conveyor skip a lot easier. But yeah, you did get some extra tech points there as well. And you know, you lost some time doing it, but it makes it more doable. Okay, this is a menu here on the save spot. We're going Power Glove on Magus. We're going the new Giga Arm on Robo, and then Prism Spectacles, which does all the damage, because Robo's gonna have a solo fight coming up here. We're gonna Shelter, pop out, and then we're speed capsuling Robo twice. As you can see, he's really low on speed. And then magic, we should have 3 magic capsules that you want on Luca. All right, then we got some more lasers. If you feel like you need it, that is a lapis in that chest. You don't need it, but it's extra. And then we're gonna do a Tropos. Now Tropos ends up being a solo fight for Robo. And he's just gonna rapid fire fist the whole time. It's 5, I believe it's 5 rapid fire fists. So it's pretty simple. If you get to be too slow about it, you can always use a heal, I believe. I think you have enough. Ooh. think you have enough MP? I could be wrong, but it's pretty simple. And we're on battle speed 3, so it's not too bad. So, Rapid Fire Fist. There's 2. 3. And she'll get Robo down to like 100 health, I think, by the end of it. And when she dies, she'll also explode. Yeah, there it is. But he should end up with about 60 health left, so it's totally fine. Turbo through it, you get Atropos' ribbon, which we don't use on the run at all. Now, this menu here, rather than have to go all the way back, we just stay here and we give him the speed belt. Magus gets the prisms again. And then we're just doing 2 high potions and then 2 mid-ethers on Robo. And then this, you don't have to go in this room, but if you're in need, this switch is kind of weird. You just kind of pop up to it from here. You can walk up to it here and nothing will work, so it's like there's like a trigger right here, and you hit it there and he'll jump up and get it. But yeah, this has a magic capsule and a mega elixir in here, just extra. But yeah, we don't need them for the run. We're gonna have 2 more laser fights on the way to the main boss. And Magus is still on ice. If you can, try to keep Robo on Rapid Fire Fist still. And to do that, I just if you turbo, like so, come in here, auto battle off, turbo, and then auto battle on. That way Robo stays on tech for the boss fight. Not required, but just makes it easier. Alright, set the dolls. And we're in for the boss fight. So this boss fight is pretty simple. We're just gonna do, Magus is gonna open with Dark Mist, which will kill all the screens. When all the screens die, she starts going nuts. And so right away, we want to Rapid Fire Fist before she does anything. And then Luca will do a Megaton Bomb. And then Magus will do a Dark Mist to kill. Now, there's something... Sometimes she won't die from that, and so you have to be prepared to like do another Rapid Fire Fist, do another Megaton Bomb. I actually don't know what it is. I thought it was like the fact that Robo's HP is involved, but that we don't have the weapon that we care about for Robo's HP yet. We're about to get it after this fight. But yeah, anyways, just know that if things don't get calculated perfectly, that might not work out, and you just keep going. Finally, it's good to get her to do 1 AoE, which shouldn't be a problem when you're learning. Because if she does 1 AoE, most likely Robo's HP will end in 9. And the weapon we're about to pick up does more damage when his HP ends in 7, 8, or 9. 9 being the most damage. And so we want to prep that for the next fight, ideally. Worst case scenario, we're using 5. It's not a horrible thing, it's just not as fast. So, all right, see how this goes. All right, there's some dialogue here. I like to look at the bottom dialogue because when she starts laughing, that's when you know the fight's gonna start. Here, after this dialogue. So that's when she starts laughing a lot on that first line, that's when the fight starts. There we go. All right, so we're Dark Misting. Robo's already ready to do this. The screens will die. She's already AoEing. We only want one of those, which is going to be tough with Luca not on tech. Okay, maybe. We might get it. We might get it. Nope. All right, well, too slow. All right, so I guess this is a good example of what happens when you don't get his HP on 9, because there is a little bit of a workaround, not much. So his HP ends in 4 right now, which really sucks. If his HP ends in 4 or less, it's going to do significantly less damage. Anyway, so just take note of what his HP is as you leave here, and we're going to go right into the next thing. Don't shelter. We got stuff we can do. So Middle Ages. We're going to go right. And that'll take you to the desert that used to be the forest. And there's this big hole here, so you want to land below the hole. Go in the hole. Now, as you come in here, you want to hold down left. Get prepared for some encounters. Magus is on tech, so you want to make sure we get it up to Ice 2 right away. Especially if Robo's at 9, ending in 9 HP, we don't want these mobs to touch him at all. Alright, down left, hold down left, another one. This time we can Turbo Magus. Alright, and then you kind of down left it and then stop and go down. So if you go down left too much, you will get a third encounter. So there's kind of some learning there as you get used to the feeling. Alright, then we're coming in here and we're going to do a menu. So once again we get the Power Glove on Magus so that we give up the Prism Spectacles. And then Robo's going to get the Crisis Arm. So that last fight we got the Terraton Arm, which does 150 attack. And the Crisis Arm, which has this weird property of the last digit of the HP determines the damage. So we're going to do that. And I want to point out that it's not the highest attack. So you do have to go down to, it's like way down here. And then we're going to change Speed Build out for Prism Spectacles. Now be careful here. I like to High Potion Luca and sometimes Magus if they're low. And then we're going to try something. So potions always do a round number, like high potions do 500. So that doesn't help Robo's HP situation because we want that last digit to change. But Heal Beam, his group heal, and actually I guess if you're using Heal Beam, you don't need the High Potion Luca and Magus. If he's already on 9, High Potion Luca and Magus. So we're going to see if Heal Beam can help us out here. Kiss and Heal Beam have a random number of digits, but we don't have Ayla in the party right now, so I think we can still do it though, right? Yeah, I think you could. Oh no, you can't because she's not in the party. Okay. So yeah, so Heal Beam. We got a 2. We got an 8. We got an 8. Okay, so this is good enough, right? And that's what we're gonna go with. I also would give him another mid-ether so that he's prepped for some major rapid-fire fists for Melphyx. So let's talk about Melphyx, otherwise known as Retinite from the SNES game, the SNES version. Melphyx can get a little wild. So Melphyx is like a Zombor looking guy, but he has a core in his middle. And the core is unfortunately the first target to your default target. And so you don't want to hit the core. Of course, the default target is the one that's in the default. If the core dies, he just starts AoEing and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Like, you do not want to kill the core until the very end. So what we're going to do is we're going to Rapid Fire Fist the bottom. Oh no, sorry, first. Magus is going to Ice 2, because you can't do damage until that. Like, that will soften him up. so he can get damage on him. And then, yeah, Robo's gonna hit the legs, and Luca's gonna attack the head. Do not hit the core, so be careful auto battling. I should see what the strat is here in the notes, because I'm just going off memory. Rapid fire fist lower. Okay, they don't even say to have Luca attack the upper, but it's a nice thing to do. Luca has the Wonder Shot, otherwise known as the Blunder Shot, which gets its damage based on the clock timer. And so depending on when you do it, it could have less or more damage. So sometimes Luca could be a big help on this, and sometimes not so much. So just kind of, you don't have to count damage, but kind of know about what you're looking at. The upper has 5,000 health, lower has 4,800 health, and the core has measly 1,000 health. Now during this whole thing, while we're hitting it, it's going to suck its life out of the core slowly. So the core is going to have less and less hit points. But the idea is kill the legs, and then kill the head. And then if you kill both the legs and the head, the core runs away. So you got to be prepared to like auto battle, have somebody ready and auto battle and kill the core, because the core has 100 tech points. And without it, Luca may not learn Flare. And on the speedrun, that's what we need right now for the next fight. So we need Luca to learn Flare. What is her tech points at right now? So because we did a couple extra fights in probably a couple places for this tutorial, she is only 10 TP away from Flare. In this case, we're probably fine. But once you get up into more top times, you're doing less fights and you're getting more of the skips. You need that core for the TP. It's routed in. So, what else can I say about this? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, if you kill the core, I actually don't know what parameters make it so you have to start casting Ice 2 again. I want to say it's if you hit the core, but there may be a point where you're not doing any damage and you need to re-Ice 2 him, so just be aware of what you're hitting for throughout the fight. A perfect fight where the core is still alive till the very end, you don't have to worry about it. So, all right, let's give it a try. The other thing is, he'll appear and we'll have some dialogue, and then we have to find him, and he can appear in 4 different spots in here. So I like to go sit over here where you can kind of get a little still, and then you can kind of see, you can mostly see where he might appear, and you can run down to him. It's very possible to miss him. So if you miss him, you just wait for the next time. All right, so Ice 2, look, he's already draining from the core. We haven't even hit him yet. So Ice 2, Rapid Fire Fist on the bottom, attack the head. Okay, Luke is doing 500 damage, which isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. But another Rapid Fire Fist will kill the bottom. All right, Luca's like, I'm helping. We still need probably 2 more hits from Robo at this point to kill the head. But I would not use Luca anymore because we need her to help kill the core potentially. So anyways, we're gonna keep it going here. Now, if he blinds Robo and it hits, just take note of his HP. You may have to high potion him. Like I said, worst case scenario, at max health, he's got his damage on his HP ends in 5, which is not horrible, but it's not great. Yeah, so we're just gonna Robo him again. Do that. All right, one more Robo hit is gonna kill him. So we gotta prepare. Okay, he's taking Luca's, that's fine. So we're gonna hit him, and then I'm gonna auto battle. Actually, I'm gonna wait to make sure he is there, and I'm gonna auto battle that kills the core. So, and Luca learns Flare. Yeah, sure. What? Let's show the struggle bus. Let's show the struggle bus. What happens if that's everything goes great, right? Let's show what happens. First off, we got to do this again. Oh, okay. So this time we didn't get a good tech heal, and so he's going to be at 5. And so we want to make sure he's mid-ethered. And then you may have to mid-ether him again on the fight if he's at the 5 like that. Everybody else is good on health. Magus is good. Okay. We gotta do our menu here for equipment. So crisis arms down here. Prisms. All right. Let's see what happens if we don't get a perfect fight, right? Which is pretty common, just putting it out there. All right, who's over here? I want to show you what happens if you hit the core. Let's say you like, oh, oops, I accidentally like auto-battled the core. That's fine. We'll do this. Wait, what? Oh, we didn't ice 2, right. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on here. And the core dies. Okay, so he starts going nuts at this point. And Robo's HP is going to change so much. It's at a 7 right now. Okay, now what's it going to be at? It's at a 0 right now, so let's high potion and then do this. Okay. Oh, here we go. So yeah, boosted when attacked. So I think that this is when we need Magus to do ice. So if you kill the core, you just need to keep doing ice 2, I think. Let's double check this. All right, what's his health gonna be at? 4. But you see how crazy he's getting now? Like every turn he's doing some AoE. It's at 2. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Okay, we're back at 5. Oh, and I need the ice 2 still. Let's do this. Oh, Luca's dead. So yeah, shit can get real here really quick. Let's see if we can recover this. Damn, his health ended in 9 for a second there. Alright, let's use him to help Luca out real quick. Let's do this. See what he does. Shit. This is what we're doing. Okay, it's at 9 again. Nice. Okay, we got the thing. I'm gonna do another ice 2. I'm gonna most likely we're gonna have to heal Robo. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or do that. Okay, and Mags is out of okay, he's at a 0 right now. Magus is out of ethers. Let's see what we're doing here. We're at a 2. Let's do this over here. Robo has one more shot at this, but we're waiting for HP. Luca's dead again. 5? Okay, we'll take that. Let's go Athenian. Oh, I think Luca's dead again. Let's do a Lapis here. Oh, and then we need a mid-ether, so let's just do this to keep Lucas safe. Going to ice. Let's do this, see what we're gonna get. Oh, we need a mid-ether too. Great. Six. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Okay, he's almost there. We're almost there. What are we looking at? He's at an 8. Oh god. Nope, I was too slow. You could use look at attack here, but it's so variable. Okay, he's at 9. This'll take him. Okay, so it is recoverable there. It's just, you know, obviously it's not a nice clean fight. It's very slow. And then ignore all the chests in here. We don't care. Ignore all the chests. And we are going to grab the strength capsule on the way out right here. And we're done. We're out of there, man. See, nothing to it. Yeah, there's an example of a really good Melphyx fight and then a really bad Melphyx fight. So the answer there is do not kill the core first. Anyways, hope that was helpful. We will stop there for this video and I'll see you on the next video.